Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and here I'm. Before I finish this one up, I really wanted to take some time to show it to you. I know you haven't seen it in a while, and but I have been working on it off and on, playing with it, trying different things. Many of you don't know this is the first time I've weathered one, or at least in a very, very long time, experimented with weathering anyway. Been having a lot of fun with this one. Of course, this is my 68 Mustang Bullitt that I've been portraying as a survivor car. And I printed up a bunch of pictures, just have sitting off here for reference on the side here, of the car as it went to auction and as it reappeared. So some kind of fun stuff here. And I have these off the side because I was going to show you some of the things too, because like here's the interior. I dirtied it up and everything. But there's really no upholstery tears or anything like that, which is kind of surprising. But considering this car's been sitting for such a long time. But some of the things I tried to duplicate here is the wear down here. And I also made these speakers back here. So that's what these are supposed to be, are the speakers. And I also cut and removed part of the seat cover. So you can see the seat exposed a little bit under there. But just like this picture, where the seat is exposed, only half the cover's there. So I did do some of that and trying to replicate as much of this as possible. Just kind of having some fun with it. Made the shift knob a bit more yellow. It's not quite round, but made it a bit more yellow. Same thing with the dash. I did the wood grain in the dash. Got it a little bit dirty, but instead of chrome, I used a lot of yellow. But I did use chrome in some spots because some parts are chrome, some parts are metal. Like in this photo, I'll start moving these photos off to the side here. Like you can see, it's kind of like a yellowish brown right here. That's yellow. But notice the steering wheel looks new. So, and in one of the stories, I remember reading something about the steering wheel was stolen, or the air cleaner was stolen or something. A couple of parts were stolen here or there. But I noticed the steering wheel and the steering column look fairly new. So, and even in this picture, it really does show it. So the steering wheel itself, I decided I just do it just like I would my normal one, but I left it off and did a bunch of, weathering oversprays and brushing techniques and just whatever I was trying. So that's why this is sitting here and it's going to get glued in there. But, the dash, I think I did a pretty good job with it. Did some parts in chrome, some parts, like the radio bezel down there. It's metal. So that's why the chrome didn't wear where the other one is plastic. So, and you can see that clearly in this picture. Chrome radio bezel and everything. But the stock radio is still in there. So some of the other pictures, like this one really shows it as well. There's a lot of nice, neat stuff in here. But they did say the front bumper had been replaced. Well, the valance really looks nice and clean and clear coated and no real paint wear on the valance. I think there's another picture that kind of shows it too. That one's a little too dark. Let's see. No, that's pretty much it. So, so since it does look that way, the body, I did the same thing. The front bumper looks really nice. I clear coated the front valance panel there, but I did hit it with some overspray and some dust blacking out the corners, but the chrome bumper itself is just brand new. But there's some wear and tear. Got some silver on the edges there that I dry brushed because these pieces are aluminum. They're not steel. Where the fenders, of course, the doors are all steel. Some of the damage I did to the quarter panel and the wear and tear and some of the rust in there. I think I'm still going to do a little bit more black wash in the rust. Make it stand out a little bit more on both sides. So these aren't exactly done, but there's some nicks and scratches and dents. I got dents in the roof here that I sanded and just polished and making the paint look the way I want it to look. So I was duplicating a bunch of that and trying to duplicate some of the damage here, which I still will probably do a little bit of brush, try to get some more of that, but you can really see the dents in the roof right there. So they kind of stand out in that picture. Some of the wear and tear on the tires. The brown on this fender here. A lot of it on the front. I don't see any dents on this side of the roof. And same with this one. This side, it just looks nice. But you can see some of the damage here, and that picture doesn't. In the glossy pictures, they come out a little bit better. But you can see them right there, and a dent here, a few dents here, a little bit on the hood. I tried to replicate those, so I got some right here in the hood, and I just basically used a file and scratched into that and sanded and did that into the base plastic, did some of the damage. And some of that's just brush, some of it's airbrushing over spray, just different things. I put a dent in the trunk lid there, right in the front of the roof, which shows up in one of the pictures. There's that one dent in the fender. So, and then a huge scratch right into the quarter panel right there, where something had rubbed into the car, which I think you could see in some of the pictures. An old tail panel here. Did a lot of rust on the rear bumper. Was trying to show that. I mean, it really shows in this picture. So, and then here you can see where there's like rust right in here, which that's such a tight area that'd be really hard to do. But I was trying to replicate all of this as much as possible. The stainless cap bolts, which won't rust. You can see this is here, and then of course the license plate. But here's the rear bumper I was trying to replicate. Matter of fact, let's kind of put it in place here on the body. And it's funny, some of the light rubbing made the bumper bolts. So I'd get this wet and rub on it a little bit with rub some of the overspray off to make it a little more shiny in spots and worn. And it made the bumper bolts pop out, which was nice. And I've gone over a couple of times with browns and black, so you can really see it. It gave it that rusty look, and did some of it over the chrome foil and wore it off, and then dusted like the gas cap with a little bit of flat black, and put the brush in the center to cover the GT, but not a nice clear circle. So, and all of that came out really nice. Really happy with the way some of this stuff came out. And then another shot of the back here. You can see this quarter panel is really nice as far as that goes. Then another shot of the rear end here. So all kinds of pictures I got from multiple sources and everything. One thing was I was back and forth on was if it had the chrome tips or not. I think it does. Hard to tell. But I modified the exhaust and made it stick out. So with all the weathering and stuff on there, I kind of left it like that where it doesn't look like the chrome anymore, but you can see all of the miscellaneous dustings and everything of just going over with mostly I've been airbrushing semi-gloss black, and then there's a brown rust color. Where is it? Oh, I think it's still outside. And hitting the engines where you can see blue, but you can see the brown where it gives it the same dirty look. And did it to the motor and everything. The radiator hose is over here. I'm going to glue that on where this looks pretty much new and like fresh and replaced. Same thing with the radiator. Wanted it to look a little bit more new and not old and dusty. But the engine, loved the way the valve covers came out. I'll put a little bit more black wash on them for the letters and stuff. And we'll see if that does it. But it's pretty much, this thing's pretty much ready to go together. But I'm real happy with how everything's weathered and looking. Same thing with the wheels and tires. I did sprayed some on the wheels and tires. I stripped the chrome off. Then I used the AK markers, the dark aluminum and gunmetal, to get it to the dark, not so shiny and polished. The centers were really blacked out on the car, but a lot of it worn away. But I'm just duplicating what I can see in those photos on the Survivor car. And so far, I'm real happy with the way all of this stuff has come out. And one thing I spent a couple hours the other night was trying to replicate the license plates. So there they are. And all I did was I used a Acme license plate maker, if you guys ever used that, and put New Jersey and Bullitt and picked one of the ones that closely replicated the car. But the problem was on Acme, it was printing it all white. And it had a symbol in between L and I. Something there. Where's my scratch piece. Here's one of the other ones. And once I went into the Photoshop, just playing around with it, Microsoft Photo, and I cut a section of blue, moved it over, covered that, and then I went into Microsoft Paint, and I went and just carefully painted the letters instead of white, yellow, to get them to look like that. And then on here, I printed them in different sizes because I wasn't sure which ones were going to fit. I kind of keep this saved on my computer, so I have an idea. You can see older projects and newer projects. Some models are a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. So I have this saved on a whole bunch of projects I've done a long time ago. And so that helps me guide, which ones worked before for which model kits. And so I shape them to that size. Like you can see, this one's a little bit smaller than that one. And then when they print, I just put a piece of tape on them, then cut them out, and they're pretty much ready to be glued on. So these are ready. So I got the Bullitt license plates, and really happy with the way this one is coming out. One other little thing I did to this too, I did put the headliner in it with the roof console. You can barely see it. I put sun visors in the other one, but I haven't dug too much for sun visors for this one. But I dirtied up. You see the windshield is nice and dirty, but then I cleaned and streaked it like the windshield wipers. I think that kind of looks pretty good. So we'll see how it looks in the finish. And I dusted the rear window, so it definitely looks dirty. The only problem I have with that is I did all that work back there for the speakers and stuff, and in some angles you can see it, some angles you can't. So I may do a little bit more polishing to knock some of it off and give me some more of the window. This isn't wet right now, but give you an idea. Polish it, knock some of it up. But it looks really great. As a matter of fact, let's put it in there real quick so you can see. I've had it in and out so many times just to get an idea what it looks like. So, definitely gives it an interesting look. Let's see, what's it hitting? Is it hitting something? It's just because I'm trying to do the rear first, and I really should just do the front first. Yeah, and then do the rear. There we go. Because there's those 4 screws that you put in there to lock it down. Well, there we go. Now you can see through the windshield and kind of see the speakers and stuff through there. At least the light's bearing down on it so you can see. But definitely looks a bit dirty in there. I don't know if you can see in there. But I'm loving how it came out for a weather project that I just don't really do too many of. It's looking really good. Little cleaning it off. And then when I put this right next to the restored car, they really stand out. So there'll be videos of these put together and them done. Matter of fact, you can see the full engine compartment pretty much done. Other than the radiator hose, you can see it's a little bit more brown and rusty and dirty. Did the bottle where it yellowed a little bit and it sprayed all over it. So, and then the red shocks and everything. But I'm really pleased with how this one is coming out. So this has definitely been a fun project, but I was taking my time working on it a little bit here and there. Dirtying certain parts of it, like the mirrors all dirtied as well. Just, chrome, but sprayed it on there, just dirty, rusty, but made sure the mirror glass was fine. So just trying different things, but I'm extremely pleased with how it came out. Oh, and I did some wear and tear on the grill too, and you can see in there a little bit of dust and dirt. All of this is foiled, but there's overspray and stuff on it. Did a little bit over the lights too. Very light. So some of it stands out, some of it doesn't. But I'm really enjoying this. This one was just fun for me. And the funny part is I really don't like cars like this but I don't know. I can't really say I can answer this question because I know I'm going to get it. Is which is harder, a nice shiny paint job or a weathered paint job? So I don't know because I know I'm going to get that question. For me, a nice shiny paint job I think is easier to acquire now because I've done so many of them. I got myself a technique and a routine down that to me it's easier to do. But I'll definitely say it's much more stressful, especially the clear coating phase, because you don't want any flaws. So that's the hard part. This is definitely, it's more work as far as beating it up, brushing it, stretching it, dusting it, multiple layers, polishing, playing with it. But I'll definitely say this was kind of fun, but it took a long time. And in reality, I think this was probably a lot more work than I was expecting to make it look like this. But I don't have to worry about any flaws. You get, a scratch in it, a fingerprint in it, a hair in the paint or a fisheye or something. You don't have to worry about that. It's like, all right, it doesn't ruin the look. Matter of fact, it adds to it. So in that respect, that was kind of, what I was probably enjoying most is, there are parts where I stress and strive to get one looking like this. And while this one's got fingerprints and everything all on it, it's looking great. But to me, this is like less work, but more caution. Where this one definitely not. So definitely different. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing buttoned up and finished. But I wanted to show you guys before I put this thing all back together, what this thing is looking like, and super pleased with how it came out. Now, when I do the Bullitt Charger, I'm not going to do it this way. Matter of fact, that doesn't look that beat up in the footage as far as, other than it exploding in trash and, losing 5 hubcaps and having a total of 8 if you sit down and count them. Anyways, you guys, thanks for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. And I know you guys have been looking forward to seeing this one. I've enjoyed it. But you guys, thanks for tuning in and everything, and we'll see you next time.